Welcome to another episode of Learn with Niloy.
Today, we're diving into a fascinating topic that touches literally almost every new piece of technology we interact with, and that's AI ethics. But listen, we aren't here to have some abstract, high-level philosophical debate. That's not what this is about. Our core mission today is shifting AI ethics out of the realm of academic theory and turning it into a highly practical, everyday playbook. We're going to look at exactly how ethics must be embedded right into the design and development process from the very first spark of an idea.
Okay, let's dive into this. Take a look at this brilliant quote from the legendary architect Frank Lloyd Wright. He said, "You can use an eraser on the drafting table or a sledgehammer on the construction site." You know, this is absolutely the perfect metaphor for why AI ethics has to be all about preventative design. When you're building intelligent systems that are going to impact thousands or millions of people, you simply cannot afford to rely on reactive damage control later on. It doesn't work. You have to use that eraser early on. You've got to engineer ethics right into the foundation before the concrete sets.
So, here is our roadmap for today. We'll quickly cover the AI ethics imperative, then move into designing accountability, aligning human values, minimizing unconscious bias, and finally, we'll wrap up with the trustworthy AI toolkit. Let's get to it.
Section 1. The AI ethics imperative.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is understanding that ethical decision-making isn't just another form of technical problem-solving. A purely technology-centric focus that only looks at, say, improving the system's speed or capabilities, that completely misses the mark. We require a truly human-centric foundation. IBM breaks this down into 5 pillars of trustworthy AI: explainability, fairness, robustness, transparency, and privacy. These 5 elements absolutely have to underpin the responsible development, deployment, and use of all AI systems. Think of them as the North Star, guiding both the process of building the AI and the final outcomes it actually produces.
Moving right along to Section 2, Practice 1, Designing Accountability.
This brings us to a highly critical and sometimes uncomfortable question. Who is actually responsible when the AI fails? Well, the truth is, every single person involved in creating an AI, at any step of the way, must take accountability for the real-world outcomes of that system, and that's no matter what their specific role is. Why? Because human judgment plays a huge role throughout what might seem like an objective system of logical decisions. Humans write the algorithms. Humans define what success or failure even looks like. So while AI recommendations can give us great data points to consider, the final decision-making, and therefore the accountability, always remains with people. The machine doesn't take the blame, the creators do. To really ground these abstract concepts, let's introduce a running case study that we'll use throughout this explainer. Imagine a global hotel chain, right? And they want to embed an agent-of-style in-room AI concierge to totally upgrade their guest stays. This AI assistant is going to introduce the room in the guest's preferred language, it'll control room facilities through natural language, and it'll send requests directly to the service team. It's an incredibly intimate, highly interactive piece of technology.
So, how exactly does this hotel team put accountability into action? First, they bring in design researchers to conduct face-to-face interviews with real guests to truly understand their needs. But more importantly, the team actively plans for their own responsibility for when the AI inevitably falls short of a guest's expectations, because it will happen. To manage this, they build in a feedback learning loop to catch and learn from mistakes. And crucially, this is huge. They highly visibilize the ability for a guest to simply hit the off switch at any point during their stay. They make sure the human user always retains ultimate control over the experience.
Section 3, Practice 2, Aligning Human Values.
You have to remember, AI systems don't have human experiences, they don't have memories or an upbringing to draw upon to just inherently know right from wrong. So the design team has to explicitly align the system to diverse existing human values. It's so vital to ensure your AI is sensitive to a wide range of global cultural norms, not just the local worldview of the developers who happen to be coding it. Look at how our hotel project applies this practice to respect their guests' values. Because they're a global operation, they actually consult with linguists to make sure the AI respects applicable local customs and speaks diverse languages properly. Furthermore, to address the deeply held universal human value of privacy, the system is strictly opt-in only. It doesn't actively listen unless called upon, and any audio it does collect while listening for its wake word is automatically deleted every 5 seconds. They align the technology to the human value of privacy rather than forcing the human to adapt to the tech.
Let's move to Section 4, Practice 3, Minimizing Unconscious Bias, and see how this builds on what we've learned. Because we humans are inherently vulnerable to biases, and we are the ones building the AI, there's a massive risk of our biases getting baked directly into the systems we create. Promoting inclusive representation isn't just a corporate buzzword, it's a hard technical requirement. We really need to clearly contrast two types of bias here. On one side, we have algorithmic bias. This is bias that's present right within the machine's code or embedded directly in the data used to train and test it. On the other side, we have human unconscious bias. These are the inherent, socially conditioned cognitive vulnerabilities of the creators themselves. Both can completely ruin an AI system, and both must be actively fought against.
Returning to our hotel team, they actually faced a massive hurdle regarding algorithmic bias. They inherited a set of legacy data about guests from the hotel's archives. But after analyzing it and running a test build, they had a realization. The inherited data contained a heavy degree of algorithmic bias. Now, they didn't just try to patch it or sweep it under the rug. They took real accountability. They scrapped it entirely, started over from scratch, and completely retrained the model on a larger, much more diverse data set. That right there is everyday ethics in action.
And this brilliantly illustrates that the human side of the equation is just as critical, which means developers must constantly guard against cognitive traps. Let me give you a few examples. Availability bias might make a developer overestimate a super rare guest complaint simply because it happened yesterday and it's fresh in their mind. The base rate fallacy could cause a team to ignore broader booking trends to hyper-focus on one weird edge case. Confirmation bias, we all know this one, might lead a team to only search for guest feedback that confirms the AI is working exactly as they designed it. The halo effect happens when a really slick, fast user interface makes developers blind to the fact that the underlying answers the AI gives are actually flawed. And sunk cost bias? That might tempt the AI team to stick with a fundamentally flawed AI model just because they've already spent 6 months building it. The takeaway here, you have to audit your mind just as rigorously as you audit your code.
Section 5. The Trustworthy AI Toolkit.
So, the crucial point is, understanding the theory is great, but everyday ethics requires practical, hands-on tools. IBM Research has actually made their trustworthy AI toolkits publicly available, entirely open source, for developers and data scientists to use right now. You've got tools in the suite specifically designed to mitigate unwanted biases in the machine learning pipeline, tools to help choose the right explainability algorithms, and tools to assess privacy risks at various stages of development. It even includes adversarial robustness to defend your models against crazy threats like data poisoning or evasion. But the one I really want to call out here is AI Fact Sheets 360. Think of it as a totally transparent nutrition label for software. Just like you'd read the label on a box of cereal to see what ingredients are inside, this tool helps AI consumers immediately understand exactly how an AI model or service was created, what it contains, and critically, what its limitations are. It is an absolute game changer for transparency.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to turn the mirror back to you. Think about the specific projects you are working on right now. How are you going to use that drafting table eraser to embed ethics into your next technological endeavor? Remember, we want to catch the flaws when they are just pencil marks, way before we are forced to take a sledgehammer to a fully built system that's already out there harming users. I really hope this framework helps you build not just smarter AI, but AI that truly honors, respects, and protects the human beings who use it.
Thanks for joining. Like the video and subscribe my channel to get more free tutorials.